of my travel wish list, which is endless, first of all, but because it's part of my travel bucket list. We're off to a region in Himachal Pradesh called Lahaul Spiti. Not many people know about it because it's really unexplored and really isolated. So when I told my friends about where we were going, many of them were like, where is it exactly? So that kind of adds to the entire thrill and adventure. So we're just now on our way to the airport because we'll be flying to Chandigarh, from where we'll be taking a Zoom car and the Lahaul Spiti circuit starts from there. Signing off. First leg of a journey and I'm super excited. Yeah! For the next 7 days, and we are in Chandigarh market right now picking up some last minute essentials. So the exciting part of the journey has begun from Chandigarh. We've got a car and we are kind of sorted with everything. From Chandigarh you can enter the Lahaul Spiti region through two sides. One is from Shimla and the other one is from Manali. But the best part to cover the circuit is to enter through one of the sides and exit through the other, so that you get to cover the entire area of Lahaul Spiti. We've finally taken a decision to enter through Shimla and we'll be exiting through Manali. So right now we have just crossed Chandigarh, we've crossed Parwani, and we have stopped at a small dhaba which is called Nikki Rasool. This place is called Karcham and we've just stopped for some food. Hi guys, we are on day 2 of our Lahaul Spiti journey, but before giving the details of today's travel, just a few tips I would say from yesterday's journey from Chandigarh to Shimla. While you're traveling from Chandigarh to Shimla, there are enough dhabas on the way, so no need to worry for food or rush into the first one that you see. They all stay open till late and look pretty decent. Okay, the second point, the roads from Chandigarh till about Solan are in a pretty bad shape, so please be ready for some back-breaking journey, and because there are some very bad patches. But beyond Solan till Shimla, the roads were in a very good shape. And third, when I said yesterday that we will be entering the Lahaul Spiti circuit through Shimla and exiting through Manali, there was definitely one, I would say, a minor reason for doing that, but it may be very relevant to most of you. It's recommended to do the circuit this way because the slopes gradually increase when you enter from Shimla. So as a result, the chances of you hitting altitude mountain sickness is pretty low. So it kind of helps you in adjusting and acclimatizing to the altitude. So that's about it. I'll soon be catching up with you for the day 2 details. Sangla, and we have just crossed Ufri, Pagu and Thiol. Another major destination that's coming our way now is Narkanda. I guess we'll probably have our pre-lunch Maggie over there. I've been wanting to have Maggie since this break time is needed, but I guess we'll stop after Narkanda for that. It's a very beautiful ride. The roads are not that good and there's been quite a bit of traffic since we started, so not been really able to catch up a lot, but otherwise it's a scenic and a very beautiful ride. I would say every roadie's dream.
A back-breaking dream.
Called Kumarsan, and this is where we have the first view of River Satluj, and beyond this place it's gonna be a constant companion. major destination, which is Sangla. And no matter how much we are itching to be there, but this view was just mind-blowing. We had to stop here and show you what this is. This is actually a JSW Karcham Dam where we are standing right now. And the flow of the water, the sound is just beautiful. Just can't. Day 2 of our journey, and we are here at Banjara Camps and Retreats in Sangla Valley. It is in a village called Batseri, and it's a beautiful resort set amongst apple orchards. We started from Shimla at about 8 o'clock in the morning and took us about 10 hours to reach this place. Although the distance is just about 240 kilometers, but the roads, some of the roads were really bad. We hit upon a very bad slushy patch at Karape. So whether it was because of the monsoons or some landslides in the last few days, but beware of it and make sure you are ready to face such roads and patches. This place, and also when you're coming to Sangla, make sure that you reach this place in daylight, because some of the resorts or the camp areas can be difficult to find on your Google map if it is kind of in the night. And also one very important tip, once you've crossed Rampur on your way from Shimla, till you reach this place, there are absolutely no places to find where you can have your food. So either you finish your lunch in Rampur if you're starting early in the morning from Shimla, or you stock up enough food so that you don't reach this place hungry. The drive to Chitkul is marked with some beautiful spots. So when you're normally a drive which would have taken us about 45 minutes, because it's about 1.5 hours, because we had to stop at places like this. Started raining at Chitkul, but we are loving it. We are at Nagasti Post, which is the final point till which the tourists are allowed beyond Chitkul village. This Nagasti Post is about 4 kilometers away from Chitkul village, which we just crossed some time back. And beyond this post, about 55 kilometers ahead, is the Indo-Tibet border, and you need a special magistrate permission to go beyond this post. So these are the Jawans who protect our border. Salute to them. This place is just so breathtakingly beautiful. I wish I could just capture it in my eyes, because no amount of videos or no amount of photography can really do justice to this place. It's isolated and you can just feel it, like it's like the end of the world. Amazing. From Chitkul village to our campsite in Sangla, we came about this beautiful spot. So if you're making this journey from Sangla to Chitkul, make it a point to stop here for some time and just take in the beautiful view. It's a village called Karcham, and you must stay here for some time and see the view. Where we will be spending the night. Right now we are at Karcham, from where we took a detour to enter the Sangla Valley, and now we'll be joining the main highway on our way to Nako. On our way to Nako, we'll be stopping over in a village called Roadies, and Kalpa. It seems it offers some breathtaking views of the Kinnar Kailash mountain. So maybe catch on some views, catch up for lunch over there, and on our way to Nako. Immediately after leaving Karcham, you can see a sudden and drastic change in the terrain from green, beautiful pine trees and cover of green cover. Suddenly you can see rocky mountains devoid of any kind of vegetation. It's all brown and stark yellow mountains. And the first thing that you notice on entering this village is it is lined by motor workshops on both the sides. So if you are wanting to get your bike or your car checked up for basic stuff, do that. We've reached Kalpa, and this place offers some amazing views of the Himalayas because it is situated at quite a bit of an altitude. But mind you, the journey from Sangla to Kalpa was literally backbreaking. The roads were in a very bad shape, possibly because there's a lot of four laning of the highway going on. So please be ready for a very bumpy ride to this place. From Kalpa, we will be going 5 kilometers ahead to a village called Rogi, which again has some very steep cliffs. So let's see what Rogi has in store for us. Till now the roads have been really bad. They are like one lane and you have to really make way if there is a car or any other vehicle coming from the other side, and I think you can't go beyond 10 to 15 kilometers per hour. Such is the condition of the roads, and it's also a landslide prone area, so you have to be a little careful. Try and not stop and get down from your vehicle in these stretches. As you can already see in the video that what a bumpy ride we are having. I would say almost like a roller coaster. River Spiti come together. This is the confluence of River Satluj and River Spiti. Town of Nako, where we stayed yesterday night on our way to Kaza. This place is about 100 kilometers from Rekong Pio, and once you come here, one thing I need to kind of give you a checklist on is that the chances of you hitting altitude mountain sickness for the first time are quite high. I myself kind of had a little bit of breathlessness and headache in the morning when I got up today. So if you suspect anything like that, please have appropriate medicines before you approach Nako, because it is at quite a bit of a height. So this town has very basic amenities. Nothing much to look around. So it's used mostly as a transit point for people who are coming from Kinnaur district and moving onwards to Kaza. So it provides a good transit point. And it's 7:30 in the morning today, a very beautiful morning, and we are onwards to our journey to Kaza. But before that, we will be stopping over at a couple of places, the Mumbai, the Tabo Monastery, the Dhankar Monastery, before we reach Kaza for the next 2 days. More about it later. About 2 hours to reach here, and this village is famous for its Gyu mummy, which is supposedly the mummy of a llama which was buried in an avalanche about 500 years ago, and during a road construction project the VRO discovered its body. Since then it has lied in its proper form without any kind of chemical treatment or embalmment, which definitely is a wonder of the nature. There are multiple stories going around it as to who he was and how his body is preserved without any damage. Starting from Nako, after about 30 kilometers, you will get the SUMDO checkpost. From there, another 2 kilometers, and you will cross the Gyu Nala, and there is a gate which goes up to this village for about 8 kilometers, and you reach this village. Now, one important piece of information is that since this area is devoid of any kind of phone network, at the SUMDO checkpost, you will get an STD. So if in case you're planning to make any calls back home, do that over there, because otherwise you do not have any networks. Monastery. It is at a distance of 31 kilometers from Tabo, so 22 kilometers on the main Kaza highway, and after the village of Shilling, it's an uphill detour of 9 kilometers. So to go back to Kaza, you have to drive back again on these 9 kilometers and join the main highway.
This is the Dhankar Rally.
There are no traffic jams in this part of the world except for this. Hi, we've reached Kaza, which is the district headquarters of Spiti Valley, and a decently big town as compared to all the other villages that we have travelled through in our Lahaul Spiti circuit. So you have Wi-Fi in your hotel rooms, which is like a luxury, and there's a pretty good market over here where you can buy your basic essentials for your onward journey. We have decided to spend 2 nights over here. because there are some very nice and quaint little villages around this town which you can visit in these 2 days. Right now in my backdrop you can see the Kaza Monastery. Day 6 of our journey, and we will be covering 2 circuits around Kaza town. The first circuit consists of villages of Langza, Hikkim and Komek, and the second circuit consists of Ki Monastery and Kibber village. So these are all villages around Kaza village within a radius of say 30 to 40 kilometers. So right now this is the first circuit and the first village of Langza, which is very well distinguishable by this Buddha statue. You can see it from far away while you are approaching this village. This village is about 12 kilometers from Kaza town, and it is also famous for fossils. Although I have not been able to find any, but I'm still gonna try and look out. The next village on our circuit is gonna be Hikkim. From Langza, and as you can see in the back, it's the highest motorable village in the world. Finally at Hikkim village, quite an elusive one because it just does not show up on any signboard, and the navigation system also is not able to locate it. But I was insistent that we have to come here, and in this world of fast-paced emails and technology, what we've got here is the post office, which is the world's highest post office. I really wonder how mails reach from here, but nonetheless, amazing experience. In Spiti Valley. It has been ravaged over a period of time by lots of rulers who attacked this place, and also by an earthquake in 1975. That's why the construction of this place, as you can see, is in certain box-like structures over a period of time. It is situated at a distance of about 14 kilometers from the main town of Kaza, and further ahead of this Ki Monastery is Kibber village at a distance of about 6 kilometers.